What's up, everybody? We're back here on the plantation today, and we're pretty much picking up where we left off last time. I didn't get a chance to come back and play any, so we're going to be in the fellow buncher. What I'm going to do is try to clear out the rest of these little small trees. Maybe not so much back behind us, but at least from here on out to where that Kenworth truck's parked over there. So we'll try to do that, and then we're going to go over across the road over there and try to get us a little skid road built in. Well, I hope everybody's been having a good week so far. It's finally Friday, and today it's been kind of rainy here, so I hope it's not rainy this weekend. I don't really have anything planned other than doing a little woodworking. I do build a few things every once in a while. I'm working on a built-in bookcase in my new office. I work from home, so I have the luxury of setting up a home office. I mean, I got one now, but we're going to be moving it into another bedroom, or a different room, I guess I should say. It's in the right now my office is in like a little breakfast slash dining room, I guess. And I've taken over the whole thing. Got a bookcase and desk and all sorts of things in here. So we're moving it to a spare bedroom that we don't use, and trying to get a built-in bookcase finished. I've got the cabinets mostly done. I gotta do the face frames and put doors on them, but pretty much got that built, and then gotta build all the upper parts of it. So that's coming along pretty nice, I guess. Just trying to get the little countertop part of it done. I got some oak lumber, rough cut lumber, and I've been sawing it up, planing it down, and getting it all edge matched. So hopefully this weekend I can kind of work on that some more and get the majority of it knocked out, because the next project is going to be building a new desk, and I'm going to do something pretty cool with that. In fact, I may do a little, possibly some sort of like a little setup video. I don't know. I have to think about that, because it is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to have like some holes cut in the top for wire management, cable management, run some little trays and stuff under the desk, keep all the wires out of the way and up off the floor and things like that, because right now it's just a mess. I mean, behind my desk right now is a maze it's a rat's nest of cables is what it is, because I've got no telling how many wires running back there. Power cables, USB cables, monitor cables, network cables. Oh my gosh, they got so many wires back there. It's a giant mess. In fact, if I were to, if I ever have to unhook anything, it's like I have to untangle the wires first before I can get whatever I'm trying to get out of there, because it's a mess. So I'm gonna have cable management. I'm planning on building some like little risers for my monitors too, so I can get them up off the desk. And I found a pretty cool little like how you have those desk grommets where you can like cut a hole and stick the little grommet in there, then you can run wires down through there. I found a USB grommet. Actually, it's a power and USB. I'm planning on buying one of those. It's like 25 bucks. So you cut a hole like the size of your grommet. I think those are normally like 2 or 3 inches, and you stick this thing in there, and then you plug in power below, and you can, like, if you, I don't know, say if you wanted to plug in a fan or something, you don't have to run it under and through the desk and stuff. You just plug it on top of the desk in that little grommet, and then there's 2 USB ports. At least the one I was looking at has 2, I think, where you can like plug in a cell phone or tablet. So that'll be cool too. So I've got some pretty good plans, and I'm not really doing anything fancy with the desk. I'm not doing any like custom woodwork or anything. I'm just gonna probably make it out of plywood, maybe even pine plywood. I don't know, just something cheap but sturdy, and probably 3/4 inch. Or yeah, I was thinking maybe I might double up some 1/2 inch or something. I think just 3/4 be fine. And I'm just gonna paint it probably black. And then for the top, I'm probably just gonna get a piece of birch plywood, real nice, and edge band it, and then paint or stain that like maybe a dark brown or something like that. So it'll be pretty nice. And it'll be a lot more functional too, because right now I've got basically just like a particle board desk you get at Walmart or Office Depot, something like that. And it's kind of pieced together because I had to extend it for another monitor, and my microphone stand is hooked to it. But basically all I did was just make another, well, I just basically took a piece of plywood, cut it, I don't know, it's roughly 2 feet by 2 feet, I guess. And then I put some braces underneath to connect it to the existing desk, and so it's just sort of an extension built on. And then on the other side, I've got my stereo, which I'm using to feed audio to from my computer to my speakers I've got on stands on the desk. That's sitting on just a filing cabinet. So I'm planning on doing some little shelves and stuff, built-in things on the new computer desk, so I can, you know, just have a little bit more room for things and store things instead of on top of the desk, just off to the side, which will give me more room for, you know, mounting joysticks and keyboards and all kind of other things. So I got big plans, but just gotta get the wood bought and get it all built up. I've got it designed in SketchUp. Oops. Just gotta get it built. Alright, and I'm not sure what I really had in mind here. Maybe I was thinking about a different map, but we'll go ahead back over this way and just cut down a bunch of these little small trees. Because actually, I think what I had in mind, maybe it was a little further up, because we have to either skid all the way down to the power line and then back around down this road, or we have to you know, skid the same way we came back. So what I'm wanting to do, yeah, this is the right map. So like maybe if I'll make a path, let's see, let me just pull up the map. Yeah, so maybe I'll kind of just head this direction. I'm gonna go towards the power line, but we'll make us a little road that leads straight back to the landing, sort of, because landing's back that way. Guess I should do it that way. Yeah, so there's the landing. Now this road here, it sort of just goes straight to the power line over there, but if I cut one sort of parallel yet at an angle towards the power line from here, it'll give us another little path to get back to the landing. So we'll cut us a road down through here. And you may be wondering if you're looking at, you know, if you've used FDR's equipment, you may be wondering what version of this fellow buncher I'm on. I think this is like version 9. He's up to like version 13 now, but with the latest version is what he did was instead of just this you know, the silver cutter disc on here, does that actually spin the wrong way? Look at that, it spins the wrong way. So the teeth are supposed to go counterclockwise. The disc is supposed to spin counterclockwise based on what I'm seeing with the teeth. But look, when you crank it up, you can, if you look quick, you can see it's going clockwise. I never noticed that. So he either needs to turn his teeth around, or he's got to turn the disc the wrong way, or back the other way. Huh, never noticed that. So anyway, like I was saying, with the newest version of FDR's equipment, he changed it from, basically we'll call it a cutter to a stump grinder. And you know, I talked to somebody who's I think on his modding team, and they said the reason he did that was basically so whenever you cut a tree, I think it either, like if the trees were a little off the ground, or not far enough in the ground, I guess I should say, you know, it leaves a stump when you cut it. I think he was saying he did that to, number one, remove the stump, and then number two, well, excuse me, number one is just to cut the tree if it is a little off the ground, and then number two is to actually remove the stump itself. So I don't know, but I don't like it because he was saying the sound was a trade-off of that process, changing it. And also it kind of deforms the trunk of the tree too. If you notice, whenever you cut with the fellow buncher and you look at the sometimes you look at the log on the ground when it's left over or whatever, and it'll be kind of deformed. So I don't care for that. So I went back to this, even though, I mean, I know for example, this map, since I made it, I know the trees are far enough in the ground, so whenever you cut them, it's not going to leave a stump. So, and I kind of like the sound that this makes too. Alright, so I'm just basically leaving my tracks set, and we'll just sort of drop the trees off to either side. Well, now I'm going to have to reset because I messed that up. Got hung on a stump. You know, I really kind of go back and forth on whether or not I should have put so many of these little small trees in here, because you can't even get a log out of them. Basically what I was trying to simulate was just a real forest. You know, you're with a mixed growth forest like this, you'll have when some of the larger trees die, of course they'll leave a little hole in the canopy, and little smaller trees will pop up, because that's just what pine trees do. I mean, they seed really easily and quickly. So you get a bunch of these little small trees, and also I was just trying to improve the density of the forest too, just to make it look a little thicker. I think it's pretty cool. You know, we'll see with Farming Simulator 19 what happens, because the grass is supposed to be taller, and that'll look pretty cool. And the bushes, I'm really hoping that you can cut the bushes down or something in 19. I'm not really too optimistic about that, but it sure would be nice to be able to cut the bushes down. The stock in-game bushes. I've talked to one person who knows how to basically work around the bushes not being cuttable. I'm not gonna mention anything just right offhand, because I don't know if that's something too public or not, or that anybody really cares, but someone has figured out how to make the bushes cuttable. Alright, come on, autosave, let's go. Alright, let me do something just real quick. For some reason, those trees right there, I don't know if it's like the weight of them or something, but they really pop up in the air whenever you cut them. And it's just those. I don't think that first one did it, but that second one, like 8 times out of 10, I think those trees just like pop up in the air. So that one jumped up a little. Now let's see what happens with this one. Yeah, just a little bit. Alright, what we'll do is we'll finish up by getting up here to the power line, and we'll hop in the skidder and get us a few. Well, let's see, we've already got. I think we got a few logs up there at the landing. We'll get those processed and out of the way, and then we'll try to get a few more skidded up. So I don't want to get too much up there at the landing. We got a lot of equipment up there, and a lot of got a few more of those little trees cut, but still a bunch of little trees around there that are causing some, or were causing some frame rate issues. Looks like the frame rate's holding pretty good. We're at almost 50. Kind of fluctuating between 30s and 40s, or 50s, I guess. I thought that might have been just a little bit too far. Looks like we got it. Barely. Now it's one of those big trees too, one of those pine stage 5s. Alright, so we're pretty much there. See, there he goes jumping again. Alright, so that kind of gives us a little lane to skid down there. We can head directly back to the landing, and I'm going to hop over here on the road. And last time we were kind of going around through trying to clear out some of these little small trees from the side of the road, so we'll do that. We'll finish that up later. So you can see what a difference the frame rate makes when you're in amongst all these little trees and stuff. It really drops. I'm thinking that I might not put, if I'm, when I make another map, I might not put so many of these little small trees, because at least for me, it's really hurting the frame rate. And I may do some testing too to see, what the frame rates are versus, putting a bunch of small trees or even a bunch of larger, we'll say smaller trees, because these little small pine trees like this one I'm about to cut right here. That I've been working on, clearing out those are pine stage 2, and that's what Giants calls them anyway. And let's see, this tree here, it's a pine stage 5, and you can tell because it's got that kind of brown, that middle portion there is more brown, and I don't think well, yeah, I've got some pine stage 4, but they're not around here. So yeah, when I make my next map, I'll definitely have to do some testing with tree densities versus frame rates and things like that. Make it a little bit better experience for everybody, because I think this map for sure had some trouble with some folks, and I think the Dodson map did, maybe just around the Sawmill, which I'm not going to use that Sawmill anymore. The one I put on this map is probably what I'll go with from now on. It works pretty good, doesn't spit lumber out everywhere. Yeah, so that tree right there in front of me, that one I believe is a pine stage 4. Let me look. Yeah. And then the one just to the right of it there, the one that's kind of lone by itself, that's also a pine stage 4. So you can kind of get a difference, or get a feel for the sizes. But you can see just how kind of getting out of the thicket really helps the frame rate. Alright, and I'm going to park this right here by the road. Now let's hop in the... Well, let's finish. Let's process these trees, because if we still got... well, let's see, that's not... we don't even have to load on any truck. So we got to get some of this processed here. I probably should have cleared that one tree out of there first before doing this, but See if I can reach it now. Should just be able to nudge this over. I'll kind of clean that up. Well, hope everybody checked out the Spin Tires Mud Runner American Wilds video I put up. I guess that was Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. I get a little confused because I wanted to go ahead and get that video out pretty soon. I already had it processed and everything, so I just scheduled it for 8 o'clock the next day. So it didn't come out as normal. Usually 5 o'clock Central's when my videos come out, so wasn't quite sure if it was Wednesday or if it was you know what day I put that out, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday is usually when the videos come out. Oh yeah, and while I'm thinking about it too, I want to just remind everybody, if you want to help donate towards new video card, I've got a link there in the video description below. It's streamlabs.com/NLA Gaming. And if you can just donate a couple bucks or whatever, 5, 10, you know, 20, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm sure it would help me out, because that thing is, it's not cheap, you know, it's not super expensive. It's like the video card I'm looking at, it's like 150 bucks, but yeah, it'll be improvement, I guess. But anyway, if you can help me out by donating just a little bit of something, like I said, 2 bucks, 5 bucks, whatever, that would sure help me out. And you don't have to. I mean, if I get 0, I mean, that's, I don't care. But you know, like I said, it would help me out if I got just a little bit of help out. If you feel like it, you know. If you don't, that's fine too. I understand money doesn't grow on trees. And also, while we're working on this and I'm thinking about it, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That's going to help me out tremendously, because as you can see in our graphic there, we trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get my videos monetized again. And once I get my videos monetized, what I'm planning on doing is, you know, once we build up a little bit of income from the watches and stuff, I'm planning on using that money mostly for giving back to you guys, the subscribers, the viewers, because I want to do some random giveaways of things. I can't do that until I get my videos monetized again, but so help me out by telling all your friends and family that those that want to watch Farming Simulator, American Truck Simulator, or Spin Tires, Gold Rush, you know, I play all that here. You can probably see from the videos, but tell all your friends and family and get them to come on over here, watch some videos, hit that subscribe button, and tune in for all the good content. I am hoping to, sometime in the near future, it'll probably only be once a week to start, but I'm planning on doing some live streaming pretty soon. So there will be, you know, some live stuff on there where you can hop on there and watch and chat with me and other people. But yeah, we can't do any giveaways until I get to 1,000 and get some money built up from the ad revenue. I finally did get paid from Google, I guess it is. I shouldn't say YouTube, it's Google. I had, you know, of course, the YouTube channel, which was doing me pretty good. In fact, I had got up to about $75 right before YouTube changed their policy on how many subscribers you have to have in the video monetization and stuff. I got up to about 75 bucks, and that kind of ticked me off, really, that they changed it, because you know what they were basing it off of, or really what caused it, I guess I should say, is people that were sort of misusing YouTube for what it was intended for, and they were putting up some pretty vulgar videos and things like that, and some of the advertisers were a little ticked because their ads were playing on this sort of content, so they kind of started pulling some ads and things, and Google's like, oh, hold on, we'll fix it. And then all of a sudden you have to have 1,000 subscribers and so many watch minutes or hours per month, or you know, whatever it was. So it kind of killed some of the small channels from getting their videos monetized, even though the smaller channels were abiding by the rules and not putting up vulgar content and, you know, things like that. So it really kind of hurt it really hurt the small channels the most. But because I already had $75 built up and I've got a couple of blogs that I used to maintain. I don't really maintain them much anymore. I was able to, just based on clicks and things on those blogs where I have Google AdSense and stuff on there, I was able to finally get paid. So they don't pay you till you get to $100 of ad revenue or whatever. So that was kind of nice to, you know, actually finally after 2 years finally get paid. Because it's not easy. I mean, if you are watching this and you're thinking, oh well, this is pretty cool, I got a setup to be able to record videos and put them on YouTube. Well, don't have any aspirations of very quickly becoming a YouTube sensation, because unless you really got something special going on, it's not going to happen. Because, you know, I didn't really know what to expect when I got into it, but I will say this, that I had kind of thought that I could immediately jump in and start, you know, gaining subscribers left and right, but the problem is YouTube doesn't promote your videos or anything. You sort of have to do that yourself by basically just networking. I mean, you know, it's getting out there and making good content's the first thing, but you have to sort of you know, like go on other people's channels and get to know them, and they'll start spreading the word, hey, this guy's making some good videos and whatever, and just word of mouth sort of, but which is also what I need help with on this channel, and you know, trying to get to 1,000 so I can get my videos monetized again and start doing some giveaways and some cool things for you guys. But y'all have to help me out by spreading the word, you know, share my videos, and when you're on other YouTuber channels or chatting with people on there, and you know, just drop a link to my channel or tell them about what we're doing over here with this farming simulator stuff, and just basically help get the word out. I'm just gonna kind of very quickly try to finish up getting these small trees chipped up, and then once we do that, we'll hop in the skidder and get us a few more drug up there. Oh, okay, that one is not cut. I knew there was one of those back in here where I had accidentally, I think, cut just part of it off. I was trying not to get that big tree with the wood chipper. I kind of wish this wood chipper would cut down trees too. It doesn't do that. The stump grinder will, but then you don't get any chips for it. So I don't know. I kind of wish that was a little different. And one other cool feature that YouTube did recently put forth was you can like schedule your videos to be have like a premiere time. Like say if I wanted to like next Friday, let's say for example, let's say next Friday I schedule one of my videos to be a premiere. And it sort of advertises it on your YouTube channel. So if you like for instance, right now, if you go over to FDR's channel, he's got his last pack, I guess, of equipment. He's got it there ready to be released, but he's got it sort of set to where it shows you that the video is going to happen. But what that allows YouTube creators to do is to be able to interact with the fans, and so he's got it set for a particular date and time, and when that video drops, he can be there to hop in chat and you know, sort of interact with everybody. So that's pretty cool. I was just trying to think of which way the big ends were, but I guess it really doesn't matter. I'm just trying to figure out where to drop them. That looks good. I don't claim to be the best loader. I'd say if I had a machine of choice, it'd probably be either the skidder or the feller buncher. I've gotten a lot better though with loading. If you go back and watch some of the early videos, you probably got to go all the way back to Farming Simulator 15, because I think that's when I started using the dual joysticks, was in 15 somewhere. But if you watch some of those early videos of when I actually got the dual joysticks and started trying to load trucks with them, it was a little, it was kind of rough. But you know, with everything, practice makes perfect, and so I just kept at it and finally got there. I'm pretty good at it. Wouldn't claim to be the best. It's basically, you've got to pretty much use the loader and the dual joysticks stuff until it becomes almost second nature, and then once you get to that point, then you can pretty much do whatever you want to. And it's just having the patience to you know, to figure it out and stick with it. Just one more little piece here. Because really, I don't even think about it anymore. I mean, I just sort of instinctively do whatever needs to happen. But yeah, every once in a while, I'll still get kind of messed up, and sometimes these trees just don't want to act right. Alright, now let's go look at the front of this load. And we'll let me get a few of these bumped up. This part always makes me kind of nervous. I'm afraid that the logs are going to start jumping around, or I'm going to tip them over or something. I probably should just leave them and use a chainsaw to cut them, but if I don't have to cut them, that's just more wood we can sell. Alright, now that should get that. And if I can just get this one right here. And the truck cab does have collisions, which it should. FDR's truck, I don't think has collisions, so you can kind of, and some other trucks don't either, so you can kind of get away with grabbing the logs kind of funky. Alright, now let's throw the straps on here, crank the truck up, and let's deliver this on down to the sawmill, because we've only got 289,000, so we do need some more money. Boy, this truck is loud. Uh-oh. Yeah, I had to come through there and cut a few trees down just to get another truck out, but sort of tight in there, and that's what I had intended, for it to be a little tight, you know, so you can either have to clear the trees out or navigate, drive real careful. grab a screenshot real quick. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Farming Simulator 19 coming out. If nothing else, just to get started right away making another map. I've got a really easy one in mind, and I think it'll be really cool. It'll take a while, because I mean I'm a little slow anyway, because you know, I work and got other things to do here around the house, so I just can't really devote a ton of time to making maps and stuff. Otherwise I'd probably end up divorced. But I do have an easy map in mind. It will be involving placing a lot of trees, so it's not something I can just bang out in a couple weeks. It'll take probably a month or two at least, probably 2 months on the low side, because I'll have to figure out, you know, with Giant's new editor, the new stuff they're adding in, like the collisions for the grass and stuff, which shouldn't really affect what I'm doing because I don't make vehicles, but you know, just there may be a few new little things that I'll have to figure out. So it'll take me some time just to get accustomed to what's new. Well, this truck is loud, but so yeah, it'll take a little time. But I'll get there, and we'll have us a nice login map, hopefully, in the first couple months or so. And some guys may be able to get them out faster. I imagine they will. Like FDR and some guys like that, I'm sure will have a team of people that can help them. They'll get it done a lot faster. So I'm sure we'll have an FDR map and some others before we get around to having an NLA gaming map. But like I said, I'll put a few out. I've got some things in mind that'll be really neat, and we'll try to do that as soon as possible. Okay, so this truck does go faster than 29. Huh. Wonder why the mirrors aren't working. Oh, it was trying to do. See, it's trying to do something, but it's not letting the mirrors work. That's kind of annoying. I do like the sound of this truck. It's just really loud, but loud's good sometimes. Alright everybody, well that's about all the time I got for today. I got to get on to some other things, but hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet already, hit that subscribe button for me, and let's try to get to 1,000 here, but maybe before the end of the year or something. I don't know, that's probably not doable, but hey, anything's possible. So hit that subscribe button, and like I said, if you like to donate towards the video card, I've got a link down there in the video description. It's streamlabs.com/NLA Gaming. You can pay with PayPal or credit card, and I would appreciate anything you can give towards that cause. That sure would help me out a lot. And yeah, so I guess have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks for watching.